Welcome, Nick Karazissis, to the main event. You've been giving your jumper clinics, and I've had a chance to see some of them. You seem to engage the audience quite well. Tell me what you're wanting to get across to them.
Well, my goal is to share the hunter-jumper discipline with as many people who are interested. I feel very lucky after all the years that I've been able to do this and be involved in horses, to be able to share a passion that I have. And obviously in the rain and the cold, and the people that have come, they deserve to get the best possible chance to understand what it's all about. And here they get a chance to see a lot of different disciplines, and I'm the one that's lucky enough to be able to help them with the hunter-jumper discipline.
If there's one thing that your spectators and the riders who are in your clinic take away, is there one thing particular that you would like them to take away from your sessions?
Well, that's a tough question. You know, I was, let's see, I've done two sessions already, and I've talked for, you know, 2-3 hours, and there are, everyone who's in the process of learning or trying to understand something is somewhere in the journey. And so my job is to try to relate to everybody. And it's not about what I want them to learn, it's about what they're ready to learn. So I try to give a program on the flats that complements the program over fences, and tell them why they're doing the things that I ask them to do, and why they should follow the classic principles that have been developed over years and years and years of riding.
Now, as a coach and a trainer, and you have an amazing reputation as being one of the best, what would you give advice to other coaches and trainers about in your profession?
Well, never to lose sight that the reason they got into horses because, number one, they loved horses, and two, the old expression, the outside of a horse is good for the inside of a man. If it worked for them, they have to be able to give everybody that same chance. Our horse industry, if we're going to use it in a difficult sense instead of talking about the sport, is about man being able to relate with horse and having horse be a part of our life and our future. If we don't put the time and energy to try to give back to the industry, make it a positive experience, and make it about the people who are coming into it, there may not be an industry. If we look at only the top end of the sport, which is usually the small end of the pyramid, you can't do everything for the top end. You've got to help the people that come to these events and want to be enlightened about what it is that they can do with horses.
Who has been your inspiration?
That is a tough question. I've been very fortunate as I've grown up in the sport, and I had some good instructors, but I had a lot of them. If I started mentioning names, I'd hurt somebody's feeling, but I would go to horse shows and I'd sit on a bale and watch people that came from different parts of the country and watch what they did and try to understand what they were doing. I wasn't always successful, but I tried. So I would say that everyone can learn something from somebody else. And the idea that if you take a clinic, and the general word is, if you can get one thing out of a clinic, you're way ahead. Hopefully, when I do a clinic, because I'm really into trying to make sure that people see how all the dots are connected, that a few bells will ring.
You've been involved with the hunter and jumper world for many years. Have you seen a lot of changes over the years?
I have. I don't want to be considered one of those relics that that said 20 years ago, because I'm way past that now. You know, 20 years ago was about 20 years ago. Now I've been doing this for about 50 years, and during the period of time that I've seen the sport grow, I mean really, really grow, and we used to have thoroughbreds, and that's where we learned. We never jumped a fence unless we started at 3-6. We really had to be athletic and match the horse's athleticism. Today we have the warm bloods and riders that may not be as athletic as they should be are going around jumping courses. I mean, there's a lot of changes, but it's all good. It's all about horses, and it's about trying to be the best you can be and be able to be on that journey and get from point A to where you can get on the alphabet.
It's been a pleasure to have you at the main event, and an honor, and thank you for being here.
My pleasure and my honor. Thank you so much.